How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Rama from the Discord server. Make sure you join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for single 6v6 and VGC Wi-Fi battles. There is a link in the description down below. Go ahead and join. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the teams you see on screen right now, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's jump into the game. And the battle begins. So Kane's going to lead off with Leonardo v Torterra, as I went ahead and led off with my Roserade. So Roserade's a really good matchup here. I struggled to see what they were going to lead with, to be fair. Again, like, my opponent's team's pretty varied. There's a lot of threats on there. There's the Pidgeot, which is a big threat. Definitely the biggest threat on his team. Har har har. I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb just to get some damage off on this Torterra. It's probably going to set up Stealth Rocks, which is absolutely fine. Sludge Bomb does over half, which is perfect, as they end up whacking me in the face with Giant Ass Hammer. Wow, okay, so Wood Hammer comes through. However, that does leave them open to be taken out by a Sludge Bomb. So pretty awesome right there for us. We're going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb real quick. I see absolutely no reason not to be honest with you. They don't have a Steel type on their team. They are going to withdraw, however, and they're probably going to go into Nidoking, I would say. Baragon. That is, of course, the Nidoking. So Nidoking comes in. Going to get hit in the face with a Sludge Bomb. Nice and powerful. That's always nice. As now I'm thinking we could put this thing to sleep. And I'm thinking that's the best thing to do right now. So let's go for the Sleep Powder, because this thing is a big threat. Nidoking is a big threat to any team. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of Pokemon you got. I don't care if you got a team full of Ubers. Nidoking is a threat. Big time. They are going to withdraw, though, now, expecting us to maybe switch out, and they're going to go back into the Torterra. Obviously just scouting out right now. That's absolutely fair enough. I see no reason not to go for another Sludge Bomb and just get some more damage off. I think my opponent's having too much trouble with this Roserade, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think Roserade outspeeds Nidoking, which is why I kept it in earlier. Might have been a bit risky because Nidoking could potentially be scarfed, but they're actually going to let me take out the Torterra right now with a Sludge Bomb. I think maybe they over-predicted there. I would have definitely just gone straight into the Nidoking if I was them. 100 billion% gone into the Nidoking right there. In comes Apollo. Apollo is, of course, the Pidgeot. So Pidgeot comes in, and what a giant, beautiful bird it is. Now, we know Pidgeot outspeeds us. It can't touch Bastiodon, though. So we're just going to go straight into Bastiodon and just wall the crap out of this Pidgeot. There we go. Going to withdraw Roserade real quick. We'll save it for another day. There is the Rhyperior sat right there, you know, which would be really useful to get the KO on. They go straight for a U-turn as expected. I kind of knew they were going to do that because obviously I'm not going to stay in with Roserade. Bastiodon was a very obvious switch, but I had to do it anyway. It doesn't matter if they're going for the U-turn, you know, as long as we minimize damage, that's all that really matters, to be honest with you. So I suppose in hindsight, I could have probably stayed in with the Roserade and gone for a Leaf Storm, just expecting them to go into Nidoking. In comes the Rhyperior. That is the biggest threat right there. Massive threat. So we got to worry about the Earthquake right now. I am going to go into my Dusknoir. Dusknoir can definitely take a hit from this Rhyperior, and we can dish out Burn in response to it. And nothing on their team wants to get burned, really, because A, Cloyster's going to have Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, more than likely anyway. They're physical attacks. Salamancer's a physical attacker, typically. They've got Focus Sash as well, which is interesting. Rhyperior's a physical attacker. Pidgeot's a physical attacker. The only thing that they're going to want to go into right now is Nidoking. Nidoking is definitely what they're going to want to go into. So they don't want to get their Rhyperior burned right now, that's for sure. They definitely want to get that burned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to anticipate a switch into the Nidoking. And I'm going to go straight for an Earthquake just to get some damage off on that thing. They do withdraw the Rhyperior. Are they going to go into Nidoking real quick? Baragon, that is the Nidoking. Cool. It's the only Pokemon on their team that doesn't want to get burned, really. They have a Shuca Berry, though, which is really interesting, as the Earthquake is now not going to do nearly enough damage. Damn. Okay, so I was expecting a lot more. Damn it. That's not worked out nicely for us at all. That's not worked out very well at all. So they can't go for Sludge Wave because it's resisted. They kind of have to go for an Earth Power right now. Earth Power is the only thing that can really do any damage to us. So I'm thinking we go straight to... Zapdos can't really do anything to Nidoking, though. That's the thing. Zapdos cannot do anything to Nidoking. I say we go for another Earthquake and bank on living the Earth Power. So they go for an Ice Beam, expecting the Zapdos. We're going to live that. We would have lived an Earth Power, actually. We definitely would have lived an Earth Power. Earthquake is going to come through and take out the Nidoking. There we go. That's a big threat out of the way right there. I really think that they were expecting the Zapdos then. But no, Dusknoir's in to stay. Dusknoir is in to stay. And I could have taken an Earth Power as well. I could have still taken an Earth Power and been, like, in the red. Just in the red, and then potentially I could have brought it in on Rhyperior later as fodder. So in comes Rocky. Rocky is obviously a big threat to my team. I'm guessing they're thinking we're some sort of offensive set with the Earthquake and everything like that. So I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp real quick and burn this Rhyperior. We don't unfortunately outspeed, which means we're going to get taken out by the Earthquake. That's no big deal though. We can still handle this. Really surprised the Rhyperior actually outsped us, which is interesting. Maybe Dusknoir is just a lot slower than I thought it was. So we're going to go into our Roserade. We have a free opportunity to go for a Leaf Storm right now. They of course could switch out, but they have Focus Sash, so I'm inclined to think they might stay in to take this Leaf Storm. The only other thing they can bring in really is Pidgeot or the Salamence, and they have to make some plays right now. So I'm going to make the obvious play. I'm going to go straight for a Leaf Storm. I'm going to go straight for a Leaf Storm. I'm going to take it right down to its Sash. I bet you any money they stay in, expecting a Sludge Bomb, expecting the Salamence / Pidgeot. They actually do switch out. Okay, so they're going to bring in Apollo, which is the Pidgeot, of course. How well are you going to take a Leaf Storm, though? That's the real question. Let's see how well you take this Leaf Storm, because Pidgeot's got some decent natural bulk to it. That took it not as well as I thought it would. I thought it'd only do a third, but that is some good damage right there. I will take that. We're going to keep you alive for later. Of course, the only thing we can really do here is go into the well, we're expecting a U-turn. Let's go into Zapdos and try and get a static on this Pidgeot. That's what we need. That's what we need to do. Try and get a static on this Pidgeot. So we'll bring in Zapdos real quick. We know they're going to go for a U-turn, and they're 100% going for a U-turn. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are, what you say. They go for a Brave Bird, going straight for the KO. Damn. Can we get a static, please? We get the static. We get the static. Oh yeah, I love it when I can call hacks like that. That's worked out really nicely for us. Because Pidgeot's quite fast. I think he's got base 110 speed, which puts it above a lot of the Pokemon like Infernape, like Staraptor, like Garchomp, stuff like that. Pidgeot does outspeed them, which is pretty useful. Now I'm going to go ahead and fully expect a Rhyperior to come in, and I'm going to go into Roserade. Is what I would say if I was reckless, but I'm not reckless, okay? I'm not reckless. I'm perfectly sane for the most part. And I'm going to go ahead and go for a Volt Switch. I believe they're going to stay in. They're not. They're switching out. And going into Giga Scallop. Okay. That's fair enough. I'm going to guess that they have a berry. I was going to say, I'm going to guess that they have a berry. Now, I was going to guess that they were expecting us to switch out into the likes of Bastiodon again. Because Bastiodon would be perfect setup fodder for a cheeky little cloister like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Gallade. Gallade can go in, and we get a free knockoff on whatever we want. So we can either take out the Cloyster with knockoff, or we can knock off the Salamance's item, we can knock off the Rhyperior's Focus Sash, we can knock off the Pidgeot's, whatever it's got. Probably KO the Pidgeot, to be fair. We go for the knockoff. That's obviously going to take out the Cloyster, no problems there. Down goes the Cloyster. That's one threat out of the way, because if that thing Shell Smashed on us, it'd probably sweep right through our team. Right through our team. In comes Rocky. So Rocky comes in. This thing doesn't want to take a close combat, but it can take a close combat. It doesn't want to, but it can. So they're probably going to go for an Earthquake right now. I'm going to go ahead and go straight into my Zapdos. Pidgeot's paralyzed. Salamence relies on Dragon Dance, so we've got to watch out for that. We'll go into Zapdos real quick, and I'm only going into this for the Earthquake factor. The Earthquake factor. The Earthquake factor. They go for the EQ. That's obviously not going to do any damage to us. We know the Focus Sash, but unfortunately, we don't have a single attacking move on this Zapdos that can affect the Rhyperior. Even if I had Drill Peck, it wouldn't do much, but it'd break the Focus Sash. But hey-ho. We're probably going to see a Stone Edge right now. I'm going to go ahead and go hard back into Gallade. I know Gallade personally. I know Gallade can definitely take this thing out. Well, not take this thing out. I know it can take a Stone Edge and potentially take this thing out of a close combat. But, you know, it's whatever. So we're going to go into Paradox real quick. The Gallade. We should be able to take a Stone Edge, no problems. They actually go for the EQ again, expecting us to switch. What an absolute boss play right there. As this turn, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for another knockoff, fully expecting them to go into Salamence. They are going to withdraw Rocky real quick. That's fair enough. They're going to go into Spyro, which is the Salamence, of course. There it is, the big one, the big boy. We go for a knockoff. They're actually a Moxie boosted one as well, and their Choice Scarf, so we don't have to worry about Dragon Dance anymore. Let's go for another knockoff and take this thing out. Well, not take it out, but do some more damage to it, lol. There we go. Going to go for another knockoff just to get some damage off on the Spyro over there. They go for the Dragon Claw. That's obviously going to take us out. We're at 2 HP. I couldn't see it not taking us out, to be honest with you. And they get the Moxie boost, which is absolutely fine. Because you know why this is fine, don't you? You know why it's fine? You know why it's fine, right? That's because we've got Sharpedo. Now, Sharpedo is in the perfect range to sweep. Absolute perfect range to sweep. So we're going to go ahead and go into Sharpedo real quick. And Sharpedo is going to go for a Protect. There's no reason for me not to go for a Protect right now. They do make the switch. So they're going to switch out. They're going to go into Rhyperior probably. Oh, they're going to Apollo. Okay, Apollo comes in. Apollo comes in. We're going to go for the Protect. That's obviously going to fail because of the fact that they switched and they didn't attack us, which is absolutely fine. As this next turn, what we're going to do is we're going to go straight for a Liquidation. That's going to take out the Pidgeot. No problems there whatsoever. Liquidation comes through. That's going to destroy the Pidgeot's life. Absolutely perfect. So Pidgeot goes down, which is just great. Absolutely great. So we're going to take some Life Orb recoil damage right there. Sharpedo coming through with a speed boost, though. Nothing is outspeeding the Sharpedo anymore, so the only thing we've got to worry about now is the Rhyperior. So Rhyperior is a funny one. We've got a Focus Sash to deal with right now. We've got a Focus Sash to deal with, so I've got to do something here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go into Zapdos. I'm going to just let this thing take us out. I do not need Zapdos for anything anymore. Zapdos is just going to be here as fodder pretty much, so fully expecting them to expect the Zapdos and go for a Stone Edge. I am happy for them to do that. It speeds up the battle. It keeps the flow going. So 100%, they go for the Stone Edge. Please go for the Stone Edge. They go for the EQ. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. So I just wish Zapdos had something at all to touch rock types, but they really screwed it over. They just really screwed it over. I'm going to go for the Roost just on the off chance they go for an EQ again, expecting the switch. They actually switch out themselves going into the Salamence. This is ruining my Sharpedo sweep right now. Ruining my Sharpedo sweep. I'm going to go for the Roost real quick. There we go. Get some damage back up. I was just kind of going for that because I sent Zapdos in to be fodder against the Rhyperior so I could get something else in to sweep. And they just withdrew. It's not fair. That's not what I wanted to happen. They go for a Dragon Claw. They are going to outspeed us, of course. It's going to do a hell of a lot of damage to us, and they get the critical hit. We go for the Volt Switch. That's going to take out Spyro. No problems whatsoever right there. As now, we're going to go back into our Sharpedo. So Sharpedo... No, we go Sharpedo or we go Roserade? Go Roserade. Let's go Roserade. Roserade seems like a solid one. An absolutely solid one. So they have Rhyperior left, and that's all they've got left. We should be able to clean this game up with Roserade, really. Not with Roserade, because obviously we're going to Leaf Storm it down to its Focus Sash. There we go, Leaf Storm it down to its Focus Sash. Boom, boom, boom. That's absolutely fine. They're going to live on 1 HP, and they're going to destroy us with an Earthquake, more than likely. More than likely going to destroy us with an Earthquake. They go for a Fire Fang, and they missed. Oh, no! My poor opponent. They should have gone for the Earthquake. I know what they were doing. They were fully expecting Zapdos to come back in, but they wasn't 100% sure. I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb and take this thing out, just add insult to injury. So Roserade comes through once again, takes out the Rhyperior, and that is going to be the game. So thank you very much, Kane, for the battle. That was a pretty fun one. I'm glad we managed to get a W with this team. We got a W the last game. I'm just glad we managed to get 2 Ws with this game. So thank you, Kane, for the battle. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.